So it's the next day. It's another beautiful sunny day, Saturday in the middle of November in Vence, and I'm back on my painting. And the thing is, I've got to spend a bit of time getting back into it, because it's very, very important that you get in the same groove when you go back to a painting. It doesn't matter if you've had a 5-minute coffee break, or in this case overnight. If you leave a painting and come back, you can possibly be in a completely different sort of groove, a different way of thinking, and it's very, very important to spend time to get back into that. Make sure you're exactly thinking about it the same way you were. So I spend time just looking at it and I decided that, well, I needed to look at the sky a little and the sunny areas of the stone tower and the Victoire Hotel on the left. Just so I've softened some of the shadow areas, played with those a bit, and I've lightened some of the sunlit areas too, and along with cleaning up the sky, it's just put a little bit more light and power into the sunlight of the picture and into the light of the picture. And I think that's what's the most important. I mean, I want this feeling of people and busyness and all of that, but I don't want that to become the subject of the picture. That's just secondary. So yeah, like that, like it is now, that's how I want it. But now I've got to look at the people, so I'm putting in people here at the bottom, not actual figures. That would probably be slightly too figurative for what I want. So just shadowy brush strokes that suggest figures going by, and a warm brush stroke for maybe some light on a face. Anyway, just keep working with that. This guy doesn't look French, does he? Yeah, as I go around doing that, one or two other things that you know, you've got to be careful, very, very careful, not to just start filling in stuff as you see it. I sort of have a rule in my mind before I make a brush stroke. At this point, doesn't matter earlier on in the picture, but at this point I sort of have some sort of rule that is to ask myself, am I just doing that because I've seen it and it's there and it's not yet in my picture, or am I doing it because it's going to actually add something to the picture? And in a way, you've got to sort of think about your picture as not any longer belonging to the scene that you are painting. It sounds contrary to anything else I've previously said on other videos, but in a way you've got to sort of see the picture for its own sake, and not let at this end part of the picture, not let the scene dictate. The picture must dictate at this point. So in a way, you sort of start the picture by taking as much information as you can from the scene and connecting to what you are trying to do with it emotionally, you know, the feeling of it. And then somewhere towards the end of the picture, you stop taking information and you rely totally on that connection. And you don't really even need the picture in front of the scene in front of you at that point, because you've got the information on the painting, and you should be totally connected and understand what you're trying to do. Well, you know, I prefer to finish the picture in front of the scene, but you just have to be very, very careful that you don't let the scene overwhelm you with starting to pick out stuff that's irrelevant, and I've seen 1,000 pictures, not only of my own but other people's, ruined by just overworking and taking information which is not relevant to what you're trying to do. Anyway, here's my finished painting. It's very, I mean, it's always difficult to know if you're finished at the end like here, but it's very, very unlikely I'll do any more to this. The only thing that I'm considering is